Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 10 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Anti-Colonialist Crusade with South Africa. Now, before we get started again, just like in the last episode, I want to remind you that we are going to be holding a multiplayer game on the 29th of December. That is going to be Hearts of Iron 4, and I would very much like to invite you guys to come and take part in that. If you are interested in joining us, do leave a comment below or hit me up on Twitter at Mordred Viking, and I will add you to my list. And if you do so, please do let me know what major country you'd be interested in playing on, and up to 2 minors. I will be doing a random draw out of a hat on Christmas, so this is basically your last chance to do that. You may have a short window tomorrow, but seriously, get your names in now. This is going to be really, really good fun, so I very much hope to see many of you there. We're going to have a maximum of 12 players, so there are still quite a few spaces available for that, so get involved. Right, so what were we doing in the last episode? We saw off a couple of British attacks down here in the south, which is why we have rather dramatically increased the size of our garrison here. They are kind of the worst troops that we have in terms of equipment, like they are woefully unsupplied. 33% fighting strength. Come on, guys. But they are doing the important job of holding all the ports. And so long as we hold the ports, then the enemy cannot land and they cannot get a stranglehold. If they just land like over here and they don't have a port, no supplies and they'll die. We can basically just send one of our motorized, just go squish, as we did previously. In the meantime, we are trying to push north. We are slowly but surely encroaching into the Congo and over here in Tanganyika. Oh man, that is not easy to say. Tanganyika. Is that Tanzania? Yeah, that is Tanzania. Alright, so we're going into Tanzania. And then Kenya up there. But we haven't quite started that. We're basically going to finish this push up to here, switch our forces, and then take over this area, because this seems to be where many of their reinforcements are coming in. In the meantime, Italy was... Actually, I think Italy's being pushed back right now, but Italy was seriously threatening Egypt, especially, well, Alexandria and Suez up there, but it looks like the Allies have managed to fight them back, and Italy over here are being squished. Meanwhile, something which I hadn't really looked at is Republican Spain joined the Soviets and the Axis now, of course, being at war, and I'm not on the Soviet side, so I am not at war with either. I'm only fighting the Allies right now. And Republican Spain seems to be getting rather squished by Vichy France and France. Italy, however, is doing appallingly. They have got 14 to 36 divisions. That's pathetic. That's like as many as I have. No, I, in fact, have way more troops than Italy at this point. Italy is just... What happened, man? Seriously, what the hell happened? Germany, on the other hand, has billions. They have around 1,000. The Soviets... 350, I want to say. The UK, 150. USA, I don't think are in the war yet. Their army is still relatively small, probably about 95. Yeah, something like... Oh, right, yeah, Japan, they have 200-ish. China has 2. But China just got conquered, so they're going to be rebuilding for a while. And they've lost their industrial and populous heartland, so China's going to be really quite small and quite weak at this stage. Though they may have a lot of resources. Yes, China does still have quite a few resources, although Japan did get the really rich area down there in the south. Anyway, Africa. Africa is where it's at. Let's continue. We have been preparing for a push over here, but they keep on repulsing us, unfortunately. I'm kind of waiting for you to get fully up. Oh, those guys leaving. Okay, you're attacking me. That's good. That means you're going to be weakening yourself. Okay, I'm happy about that. Oh, the other thing we can check. Yes. The Soviets were initially winning, but the Axis are definitely pushing the Soviets back right now. Legionary Romania has really pushed out. Remember, the Soviets start with like this. And over here, I think the border is like here-ish. Here, maybe. So the Axis is starting to push back here, and there's Moscow. That's what they're trying to guard. My phone keeps going off, so I'll stick it over there. Little trick I found to stop it buzzing all the time, stick it on a pack of tissues. Keeps it nice and quiet. But I can still check it for incoming messages and things as I'm going. Very useful. Right, so did they get pushed? Oh yeah, you are being horrifically pushed. Okay, let's do a counterattack while you are weak. Oh yeah! Boom. You can stay here. Okay, so we've taken the port, we've taken the supply area. These guys are going to be getting weaker. I dislike how many question marks they are producing over there. We are not yet doing the decryption. Yeah, we're a year behind in terms of that, so it's not surprising that they're able to hide their numbers from us. Meanwhile, I really want to push them up here, but they just keep on bringing new troops in, like Norway has arrived now. Are we producing more troops? We should be. We are. Oh, yeah, we are. Nice. Okay, that's another 3. Oh, you are full fighting strength. Right, you are the Angolan infantry as opposed to actual Angolan troops. We're going to assign you guys to that, but we're going to get them motorized, form a new division with you, and we will have that one new motorized guy. Hello. Join that as well. We're going to make you red. And we're going to call you fast, because I'm super original. We will need to hire in a new commander, which we cannot currently because... Yes, we can. Never mind. Okay, so Andries Silliers is going to be your commander. Andries Silliers, sorry. And I'm very tempted to just make you train, quite honestly. I'm going to have you come up to here. I'm going to make you have a front line, because I want you to break through this plainsy area over here, because I think you could really run rampant over there. So we're going to have you assigned to that, but I do want you training, and I also want you to try and take everything up to there. Feels like you didn't. Oh, because that's Italy, right. Your job is to take that. Huzzah. There we go, that's a bit of a better shape. In fact, you could take this bit too. But I'm expecting these guys to be able to backfill. Okay, marvellous. So that's you shifting up there rather dramatically. You should be getting good training though. We are very low on motorized. That would be because we are now producing 2 new divisions of motorized. If I go to the right deploy thing, here we go. Yes, we are. That's why we have a shortage there. The Angolan infantry. Mozambique infantry are actually fully equipped. They're just currently in training. We're not looking too bad. We could use a lot more guns though. The other thing that's happened is we have the more concentrated industry thanks to this tech. And that means that we have some more industry slots down here in the south. If we go into the construction menu, I'm actually very much considering getting some dockyards up and running here in the south so we can A, start producing convoys because we're a bit short, and B, start getting some destroyers out so we can actually guard our coastline from the sea. And then elsewhere, let's just get some more military factories. Marvellous! Alright, so you're pushing us there. Who's that? That would be you guys. Let's have you assigned to this thing. And then let's shift, click on you. You can launch that offensive once you are ready, and that's going to give us a nice little defensive location thanks to the river. Expand the South African artillery. The artillery corps was unified in 1934. Now is the time to increase its size and capacity. Let's head over here and see what else we can get. We can get a Q Services Corps, which gives us more motorized and logistics. South African Corps, which is army experience and more land doctrine. 50% research bonus for infantry weapons and support artillery. That's not too shabby. Like, what are we going for here? Like, we can get actually quite a lot of mechanized. And logistics too. I think we're going to go for the land doctrine. Oh, we can actually... Hang on. 2 air bases in Madagascar. And air doctrine. This one actually gives us a free naval dockyard, which I think would be quite nice. And that one also. Reduce ahead of time penalty by -100%, or gives a 50% research bonus if not ahead of time. Interesting. So we can actually get ahead of time in destroyer or submarine. Well, I think we're actually going to get this, so we can start getting some of these free naval bases and become something of a naval power. I mean, obviously we're going to be way behind the UK. How strong is their navy at this juncture? They have around 110 ships. Japan has around 100. The US has, oh, blimey, 300. I'm going to guess you're the only one of any naval capacity. Yeah, basically. Oh, Germany's really struggling in Air Force. Interesting. Getting absolutely pounded, probably by the Soviet Air Force, I would think. And we've done nothing with Air Forces either. Okay, so people are still trying to attack into us, but that's not going particularly well for them. We're still not pushing up here, which is irritating. One thing I could do is start training with these guys if we're not expecting any attacks, which currently we are not. So I think I might do that. We have a spare commander in you. You are in fact a field marshal. Just to get these guys a bit more experience so they don't suck quite that badly, although they are still out of guns. And the other thing I want to check is how much population did Madagascar get us? Someone commented that they gave us a fair amount more. 4 million. Base fit for service, non-core state, -98%. They really don't give us very much. 0.12% of their population serves. Oh wait, it does actually say that. Recruitable population, 3. So no, Madagascar gave us naff all in terms of manpower actually. Where are you guys? You guys are down there. Okie dokie. You are still training. We are still costing motorized. That deficit is closing. We're still not getting many more factories in place. So things are at a bit of a stalemate. Like, we're kind of waiting for the Axis to finish up with the Soviets, and then they can turn around and deal with the Allies again. But right now I'm kind of facing the brunt of the Allies because this is the only front they really have. China's gone. They're not... Oh, they are doing a D-Day. Ho ho! Interesting! Okay, so hopefully you are funneling more and more forces over there rather than me. But we still don't have the US in the war. Japan hasn't been stupid yet. Oh, Japan's also landing in the Soviet Union. Huh. Okay, the Soviets are in trouble. Which is not necessarily a good thing, because they kind of mind bodies. Oh well. Is there anything else I can be doing? I've actually got an annoying amount of supply everywhere. How are we doing supply-wise? We're fine everywhere. Mostly because of supplies coming in by sea. We would struggle a bit here, we're already at half the maximum. Everything coming through the center is fine. I mean, we could always build more infrastructure if that becomes a real issue. And it might do once we're stretched all the way up to the Sahara. In fact, when we're fighting through the Sahara, that's when supply is going to be a serious problem. Which is rather why I want a lot of motorized, so I can just steamroller through the Sahara without worrying too much about other stuff. How are we doing on mechanized? We are ahead in mechanized. We're building mechanized, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Oh, they're almost finished. Excellent. And you're not too far off. You guys are almost done. Okay, that's going to be a nice little push of manpower, actually. At which point, we might well have enough troops over here on the left flank to try a push. They've only got 3 divisions there. They're not entrenched, unlike us. Okay. Legionnaire Bulgaria has joined the Axis. Looks like Italy's under attack. Okay, D-Day is definitely in full flow right now. The British D-Day, without even America, like, who needs Americans? It's fine. Everything over here is out of halt. Will the Soviets be able to hold them? Because usually the Axis do really well early on, and then the Soviet industry and everything really starts ratcheting up, and then that puts a lot of pressure on these guys, especially if you're under attack from another angle, especially if you have no air force, which you don't. So maybe the Allies are saving us up there. There are a lot of American volunteers here, though. South African-Belgian War. We are still winning. 33% in favour of the aggressors. And I'm kind of hoping that once Belgium has capitulated, once we've taken the Congo, we'll get a bunch of equipment from them, which we can then spend on more troops. Oh, these two are completely unguarded. Recon Company 2? Nice. What if we just drive up here? Stop your training, get going. Alright, so, Recon Company is done. Oh, you're still going. Doctrine's still going. Artillery, we just got the upgrade, so we're going to grab the improved artillery upgrade 2 for even more artillery soft attacks. We do have a lot of artillery in our armies. Although I think we can actually do with more. Let me double check that. We could, yes. Wait, are you the army I'm mainly using? Yes, except I'm not actually building any of my own divisions. How many of those do I have? A fair number. Not as many as the Angolan infantry, but a fair number. I just noticed you don't actually have any of the support companies. Let's not do that. Let's have a look at you. You at full strength? You are not really, but you're waiting for the self-propelled artillery. Or more to the point, you are waiting for the self-propelled artillery. You could, however, get a logistics company, which is going to reduce the amount of supply you're using. Which you are not using either. I think I want you to have a logistics company. You're actually really weak armies. Kind of like you to have some artillery. What if we did this? Yeah, we have nowhere near enough artillery for that. Never mind. Just go for the logistics. Is that going to leave us with enough support equipment? It is. Yeah, so we'll take the logistics company, so you're not costing me as much supply, which is good. And then we'll need to start building more artillery. We need more of everything. We are actually short of everything. Right, did that mechanized get built? He did. I'm actually going to cancel you at this point. We just got mobile infantry. Excellent. And yeah, you were the only one. New technology, that's going to be here. Mass motorization. All infantry and motorized mechanized get +10 organization, which is very nice. Free military factories. I think we've already decided we want it on artillery because I didn't realize just how under-equipped we were there. You are suffering from no tungsten. I think it's going to be worth buying some in. From whom? Oh, we can get it from Zimbabwe. Cool. So we shouldn't be cut off by anything. And also you'll notice that we were getting 16 there for one factory instead of 8. That's because they're a puppet. I think that should actually be about 80 for one, but they only produce 16. So that's fine. You are attempting an attack, which is not doing particularly well, so stop that before you waste yourselves entirely. Stop. Right, and we do have more forces to add to those armies. At this point, I kind of need you to be a field marshal. No, what we're going to do, we're going to create a new army. Not with that army. we're going to grab those 3 new guys. New army. We're going to grab everyone that is not on the push at the left and who is not in the garrison and not in fast. You're all going to join that. You are going to be commanded by our field marshal friend, and I will assign you a front line. Right, we need to do basically some overhauls here. Let's cancel. Damn it. Cancel. Front. Right, zoom in. Cancel. Why is that not working? Because it's not yours. Delete all orders. There we go. Right, your army is responsible, not for that front line, that's just silly, for this front line all the way to here. And your front line, you are responsible for everything to there. Assign all. Right. Then we're going to make you a different color so I can actually differentiate you. You are going to be green. Let's make you a bit darker. There we go. No, actually green's a bad color because that would confuse me with other things. Make you pink. Really, really bright pink. There we go. Makes you stand out. Right. Your job, you guys, is to take this river. Your job is to take this. That was all of you, right? Yes. You 4. Your job is to take this river. And then your job, minus fast, is... Actually, your job really is to just hold position, but you can go for that just so you have something in planning. Is to go for that. Alright, fast. You need a new job. Let's cancel that. In fact, let's cancel that as well. Your position actually, yes, is not facing Italy. Your job is this bit, and you're going to take that. And of course I assign you to a new bloody thing. Damn it. Here. 2. Here. Assigned. Right. And then we have mechanized, who is in fast, and assigned to that. Right. Your color, it's not aggressive, is red. Dark red. And right now you're actually in training. Okay, that is everyone reassigned. Construction 4, good. We can get excavation 4, which I think we probably ought to. We need to get as many resources as we can so we're not wasting factories. You're being attacked and pushed. And you are in danger of faltering. Right, meanwhile, everyone else should be moving about as required. And you should be getting the troops that you require. Currently attacking into you, but with no real success. Alright, good. What are we short on? Steel. That is coming to the stage where we could actually do with buying in a new steel. We're 5 short. Do any of our minions produce it? Not in reasonable quantities, no. Let's buy another one. I think that's the last. Yeah, that's everything that we can trade. Are we now actually constructing anything? We are now not currently constructing anything. We can't afford to be doing this much trade. Oh, we are important. Oh, right, yeah. That's just one factory, though. Well, what is it that requires aluminium? Support equipment. Well, the aluminium requirements are going to disappear. So we're going to get a lot less support equipment. We should get more of everything else. And that also frees up a factory, right? No. Should have. Oh, right, we're using 7. I don't know. It's fine. Dealt with. Okay, time is still moving. People are getting into position. How's your training? It's going well. You're still on the move. How are you doing? You could also do with some training, actually. Well, I think everyone's now just getting into position, and then we'll be ready to push over there on the left, and then we can make this line a little bit more solid. Seaward Defence Force, there we go. 1 naval dockyard. And then research bonus for convoy defense or trade interdiction. And after that we can get that one, which I think we do need. So I think we're probably going to go with protect the trade, convoy defense doctrine versus trade interdiction doctrine. I think we're going to go with this one. And we now have a shipyard. Let's start getting some convoys first of all. Building 2 a month, 1 every 2 weeks. Yugoslavia has joined the Allies. The United Kingdom is called Yugoslavia in Germany. Germany declared war on Yugoslavia. Ooh, you're right on the outskirts of Moscow now. Portugal's pushing back. These guys are expanding. Ooh, you really are on the outskirts of Moscow. I would be getting a little bit nervous if I were the Soviets right now. And no, Soviets, I'm not coming to your assistance. That would be silly. One thing I think I will do is hire another commander, though, just so we can get a bit of experience coming in for the Garrison Corps. And speaking of garrisons, let's make sure we're protecting this too. When we get it, that. Hopefully that doesn't mean that you just suddenly go attack it. Improved computing machine. The fall of Leningrad. Leningrad, birthplace of the Russian Revolution, has fallen to the advancing German forces. Sporadic fighting can still be heard from some of the suburbs, but a strange calm appears to have settled over the rest of the ruined city. Earlier today, columns of German soldiers marched past St. Isaac's Cathedral, while the Great Dome has been painted grey by the Red Army engineers to avoid the attention of marauding Luftwaffe bombers. Despite their efforts, it is riddled with bullet holes and shrapnel impacts. Yep, it has indeed fallen. New technology. I think we're going to go with decryption, so we can actually see what the enemy numbers are. And with that, we're going to end this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, and please do rattle on that like button if you haven't done so already. Please do consider subscribing as well. And if you have any tips or advice for me, or if you wish to join that multiplayer game I talked about at the beginning, please do leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.